They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their abilities, it really know. They say they care, we know they really don't.
Good morning.
They do it all for show. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow. I was just cruising the streets, I was looking for something to eat. I'm trying to get me some sleep, I'm trying to make it for me. My family struggling.
Good morning.
My family needs what they got. My family eating their sleeps. My family eating these streets. My family. It's a PSA announcement. They say they care, but they really don't. Karma probably twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on blaming the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really though? You give them your rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways. Don't say you're poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door. You ain't no better than politicians, you hypocrites. Use your power to make a change and make a difference. All this talking you're saying and ain't saying much. They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they care, we know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow. Yeah.
They let it burn slow.
Yeah, they set the world
Good morning.
burn slow. Your left arm in, you take your left arm out. You put your right hand in and then you shake it all about.
Right.
You do this hokey pokey, then it break you on down.
That's what it's all about. Good morning, Swerving.
He had a great fall, and all the king horses and all the king men couldn't put them back together again.
Don't be so basic and practice on your greatness. Life don't work like that, gotta be amazing. I've been down and out, I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite. Politics and relevance, this ain't J6, but it's an insurrection. I got Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis prosecution. Let's go! I got Dagger triggered in a state of shock, cause the time has come. The Proud Boys got 22 for seditious conspiracy. What happened to Back to Blue? Good morning, Ann.
He would be there too.
Officers died and they wanted to hang Pence too.
You said Biden would lose, he beat Trump too. You say you wanted the truth, and now you got Zeus. So who's the Marxists and communists and fascists? Let's see it.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans representing extremism that threatens the very.
Alright, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen.
And I see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful.
Let's get this show started. You know what? Time to get in my bag. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, Swervin', Miss Boss Diva, April, Shay, Nutty, Attacking, Heaven, Little Hawk. I don't know who I'm missing, but Dallas, DJ, all of you. Good morning, Tara, Slick as Rig, Laura. Good morning. Good morning, Russian Bears. I know you're here.
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, in class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas.
I play the game so raw I won't finish last.
Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
Good morning, Snuggles.
What's supposed to happen when you reach your famous?
That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
You haven't?
Yes. It was radical.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh, cut it out, conservative land.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
They're always here.
It's like deja vu.
All right.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these rats. I'm like the Terminator scream.
All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. We're all to a rocky start, but you know what? We're gonna have a rocky finish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show. What is today? Oh my gosh, Monday, November 20th. My oh my, how time is flying, right? For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, all right? Or as some like to say, Triple H. You know what? Let me see. All right, yeah. And what we do on this side of TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, is quite simple. We hold our friends on the right. Well, first of all, I didn't say the Triple H part, right? They call me Deuce or AKA Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H? CC, you almost threw me off. I don't know if CC is here. They call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen, is because, well, the first H is because I'm honest. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth, so help me God. I'm the most honest person on social media, all right? The next H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately, all right? All right, and then the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and I will always remain the most handsome. Nobody more handsome than me. Check the features, all right? Check the features. Listen, when you come from a good line of beautiful and handsome folks like myself, it's obvious who the most handsome is, right? All right, now what we do on this side of TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, is we hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. So listen up, beer can Mike. What I'm going to need you to do, if you're a Trump supporter, folks like beer can Mike, conservative Democrat, I need you all to really sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, because when you leave my live and then you go out and you say this is what I heard in Zeus's live, but you get it completely wrong, what it's showing me is you are not paying attention. So MAGA, please make sure you pay attention to what I'm saying and what the panelists are saying, because you're not that smart. All right, so we hold our friends on the right accountable, all right? And along those lines, what I like to do is give them the opportunity to exit this live, exit stage left, all right? Because there's going to be an overwhelming amount of truth coming out of this live, and I know what it's going to do. It's going to make a lot of you very angry and upset with me. But really, you're not upset with me. You're upset with yourself, because you can't believe I'm saying what I'm saying to you, right? You can't believe you made it this far and no one has said what we've been saying to you and got as close as I have been. So listen up, MAGA. If you are allergic to the truth, or as my good friend, Brother Swervin once said, you are factose intolerant, all right? That means you're allergic to facts. There's no cure for it right now unless you come to my live. I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. You can exit this live and go on about your miserable morning, all right? Go on, go back to doing whatever it was you were doing, which is, I know, worshiping the devil, worshiping Donald Trump, all right? But listen, because I'm going to ruin your breakfast, I'm going to ruin your morning with all of this truth, all right? So this is your warning. This is your warning, all right? It's real dangerous in here. You don't want to be here. Listen, I'm not lying to you, but you don't got to take my word for it. Guess what? Guess what? Listen to your leader.
If be here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
look at that.
Very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Look at all that right there.
Come back if you want.
Losers.
Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Losers! Listen to me and listen to your leader. You see the losers right there, all right? That's the Confederates, all right, back in 1886. Then you see what happened right after them. The guy, the most evil man in history, he ended up losing. And now look at the modern day losers, ladies and gentlemen. You can identify these losers by the red hats that say, "Make America Great Again." This is the modern day losers, all right? And they've been losing. Snuggles has about 5 of these hats. Snuggles, check this out, champ. It doesn't matter which of those 5 hats you put on. No matter what year you put it on in, champ, you're still going to be a loser, because that's what happens when you worship the biggest loser in United States, actually in world history, all right? So MAGA, cut it out. Good morning, yes, thank you. All right, so listen up, ladies and gentlemen. You know I got to talk about something before we dive into today's headlines. All right, and this is in response to the recent release of the January 6th footage. 44,000 hours, I believe, is what they say has been released, and it falls right in line with what we need to discuss today, which is MAGA, the party of losers, right? And so I got something to make sure we all are on the same page about as it relates to that footage. First of all, I firmly believe that Donald Trump, that footage that came out, it just shows us that Donald Trump and his supporters are definitely responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. I no longer will entertain conspiracy theories about that. If you believe the FBI dressed up in MAGA gear, you know what? Seek help. Seek professional help. All right? I can't give it to you. All right? If you think Antifa, BLM dressed up in Trump gear to go impersonate Trump supporters, and then you still think that Donald Trump, who you say is so smart, he knew all of this and still wanted to go to the Capitol, please go seek professional help, professional therapy. Because from my point of view, you got a MAGA demon. You're possessed with a MAGA demon. And the only thing that I can offer you is an overwhelming amount of truth that's definitely going to cause you to go into a state of shock. All right. And after you go into a state of shock, you definitely will need some professional help. And no, I'm not paying for it. I'm not. I really am not. All right. So let me address this in front of the kingdom. Good morning, my fellow Americans. Democrats, independents, and real Republicans, and MAGA, this is for you as well, but you do need to sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. We gather once again to discuss this recent release of new footage concerning the events on January 6th, a day that will forever be etched in the minds of many Americans for the rest of our lives. This footage has shed light on the responsibility of the former president, Donald Trump, who I also call Defendant Trump, and his MAGA-possessed supporters. All right, in their attempt to attack the United States Capitol and overthrow our government. All right, it is imperative that we address this issue and reflect upon the grave implications that it holds for our democracy. The new footage reveals a shocking and disturbing truth: the direct involvement of Donald Trump and his fervent followers in inciting the assault on our nation's sacred institutions. And you can go fact check this because Colorado just released a ruling, all right, a ruling, MOD, not an opinion, a ruling, all right? And you getting into the semantics about whether it was, what type of judge it was, district court judge, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, MOD. You've never been right, by the way. All right. And I want to make sure we understand that in that ruling, they did say Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection. We witnessed the deliberate dissemination of false claims, inflammatory rhetoric, and calls for action that ultimately led to the chaos and violence that unfolded on that fateful day. The evidence is overwhelming, all right, leaving little doubt, all right, little room for doubt. Okay, Snuggles? No more Snuggles. It's over. Donald Trump is responsible for the attack on the Capitol and his supporters. As citizens of a democratic society, we firmly believe in the freedom of expression. We really do, as the right to a peaceful protest, all right? However, what occurred on January 6th was not an exercise of those rights, but a direct assault on the very foundations of our democracy. The footage makes it clear that Donald Trump and his supporters crossed the line. Yes, they crossed the line, violating the principles that underpin our nation's governance and threatening the safety and security of our elected officials. The responsibility of a leader is to uphold the values of democracy, to inspire unity, and to protect the well-being of the citizens they serve. All right? Yet, this newly released footage reveals a leader who failed in these fundamental duties. We witnessed a leader who, instead of accepting the results of a free and fair election, chose to sow doubt and incite a dangerous, MAGA-possessed, demonic-forced mob. His words and actions, ladies and gentlemen, it lit a match that sparked the insurrection, endangering the lives of lawmakers, law enforcement officers, and innocent bystanders. The consequences of that day were dire. Lives were lost, and the very heart of our democracy was attacked. The footage provides undeniable evidence of the direct link between the words spoken by Donald Trump and the subsequent actions of his devoted followers, i.e., the Patriot Front, i.e., the Oath Keepers, i.e., the Proud Boys. It is a stark reminder of how dangerous the erosion of the truth and the manipulation of public sentiment can be. All right? So let us not also, ladies and gentlemen, forget that the release of this footage offers us an opportunity, a chance to confront the truth and to hold the real people responsible for the attack on the Capitol accountable for their actions. We must ensure that justice is served, and I do mean justice, all right, and that our democratic institutions are strengthened to prevent such an event from happening again, all right? So in conclusion, the new January 6th footage has unequivocally shown that Donald Trump and his supporters bear responsibility for the attack on the Capitol. And we must not shy away from this truth. Instead, let us use it as a fuel to reinforce our commitment to democracy, justice, and the rule of law. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me. All right. Let's get the booze and the shame ready. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters, bright and early on a Monday morning, their first round of booze and shame. Because what they thought was going to happen was the footage was going to come out and it was going to show that it was a peaceful protest. But it did exactly the opposite. What it showed was Donald Trump and his supporters were responsible for the attack on the Capitol instead. So let's give them their daily doses of booze and shame. How's that, MOD? Since you like to yell at Zeus, and you yelled at Zeus. MOD, if I'm lying, please point it out. And you can't say you're not here. And by the way, MOD, you did get a promotion in the kingdom. I will be adding you and your other friend to my list of tales about, the Russian bears, right? Yeah. They work real hard to get it, ladies and gentlemen. If you keep trying, you might just get your ultimate reward playing around with Zeus out here on these TikTok streets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move on to some of our more pressing issues. And these are very pressing issues, the ones that I raised. Listen, I see there's some dissension in the comment section. I see there's some dissension. When I say there's dissension, that means there's people out there saying, Zeus, you're lying, you're pushing hate. They don't like my rhetoric, and they're saying silly things like Trump 2024. That's dissension in my comment section, and I don't like it, not one bit. So I'm going to give you one more heads up because it's going to get hotter in this live, all right? I'm going to give you one more reminder. This is a friendly one.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
that's your warning.
Very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
MAGA, you're more than welcome to leave. By the way, I haven't asked this question yet, but I'm going to ask it now. Is there anybody in the comment section, by show of hands, anybody out there forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay here in the United States? Anybody out there forcing MAGA to stay here? I'm just trying to ask, because last I checked, no one's forcing you to be here. Yeah, look at that. I have not seen one yet. He said, I see you. Have any of you, are any of you forcing MAGA to stay here? Oh, hell no. Ooh, Reggie, you cold, but you cold. No, look at that, MAGA. Nobody wants you here. You should have been in, I hate to say it, but Elon Musk, he's building something for you folks, all right? It's a rocket. And you should see it's 400 feet high. Imagine how many of you could fit in those rockets Elon Musk is building, MAGA. Don't you want to go up, and away in one of Elon's rockets, MAGA? If you want to, we can help you get there. You're doing an outstanding job, too. Did you see the last launch? Imagine if you were in there, MAGA. You could have received the ultimate MAGA reward. I'm not lying to you. Oh my gosh, listen. Speaking of January 6th, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. Far right, ladies and gentlemen, they've rushed to delete a false January 6th conspiracy. Most of them have, except for, this guy, Mike Lee. Now, many of you are aware of this, all right? And this is the backstory. Mike Lee, from Utah, shared an image of a January 6th attacker with a claim that he was a secret FBI agent. But he was proven wrong, and he still won't delete this claim. Now, many of you've seen this. I think Snuggles sent me the video. Zeus! In the video, the guy walks past the security, and he flashes something. Zeus, what is this guy flashing that FBI badge? Ha ha, Zeus, this is the proof that the FBI was involved. This is what they've been saying. But you know what happens when you don't want to face the truth? You end up getting smacked with it, right? A conspiracy theory spread through Saturday that a man entering the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021, flashed a police badge to a cop and was ushered inside. It's part of the right wing's ongoing attempt to claim that hundreds of FBI agents flooded into the building, leading Donald Trump supporters into the building. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and this, ladies and gentlemen, was definitely shot down, because they said what really happened in this, ladies and gentlemen, is that this was a man with a vape pen who stole a wallet from Nancy Pelosi's desk. And that is what you see in the picture. That's what they're flashing. The wallet that was stolen from Nancy Pelosi's desk, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And it goes on to say that this gentleman right here, all right, is named Kevin Lyons, and he has been sentenced to 51 large ones, 51 months in prison for his illegal activities inside the Capitol on January 6th. He is not a police officer, and he is not holding a badge. He is carrying a vape and a photograph and wallet stolen from Nancy Pelosi's office. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, get those boos and those shame ready, because we got more to give out to MAGA. All right. Join me in giving this guy, Kevin Traitor Lyons, and MAGA around another round of boos and shame, because they once again started spreading lies and conspiracies, but they got caught as quick as they started the lie. Let's give them another round of boos and shame. Did I get him, April? MAGA, y'all gotta come up with better conspiracies. At this point, it's getting easy. It's, I could debunk all of your conspiracies within a matter of minutes, because it's like this. Most of you got a third grade education, all right? And you don't understand how to really, sell this stuff, right? When you listen to it on the surface, you could just tell right away it's BS. Okay, so I'm FBI, and I'm trying to remain undercover. Think about this, MAGA. why the hell would I show you that I got an FBI badge when I know there's cameras in the building? Let's give MAGA another round of booze and shame, because where did they hire these FBI folks from? I mean, these got to be the stupidest FBI officers I've ever seen. You would think that if they are the FBI and they know all of the stuff that the FBI knows about what's going on in Congress, the last thing they would do is blow their cover. MAGA, this is what I'm saying. Y'all really have lost your mind. Let's give them some booze and shame again. This is dumb. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Okay, I know. They don't like me. Listen, they think I'm being mean to MAGA right now. I'm not being mean to these Trump supporters. To be quite honest, I used to be a lot kinder to MAGA. I really did used to be a lot kinder. But I can't be kind to MAGA anymore because, the gloves are off, right? The gloves are off.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
No.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off.
Yep.
The jar has been opened.
The jar has been opened. And MAGA, you have opened the jar, okay? Once you start spreading lies and misinformation, all bets are off. And don't come to me, MAGA, listen up. Do not come to me and look to me like a role model, all right, about how one should behave, because your behavior, especially on this app, is the most disgusting behavior I've ever seen. So no Trump supporter is allowed to criticize Zeus's behavior. It's absolutely not going to fly. All right, it's not going to fly. I mean, because you got to hold your side accountable. And like I said, I've been seeing a lot of nasty behavior on the right. So no, don't send me a DM after the show is over and say, Zeus, I wish you wouldn't do this. I wish you wouldn't do that. Absolutely not. Because, I really don't care at this point. Speaking of don't care, let's talk about something else, all right? The internet, ladies and gentlemen, is split as Donald Trump recounts a conversation about the golden showers allegations. What's this about, ladies and gentlemen? I think many of you followed what happened this weekend. Donald Trump was giving one of his speeches, and the topic of the golden showers came up, something like that. Do you all know exactly what I'm talking about, April? Am I making this up? Ladies and gentlemen, or did this really happen? Because, I mean, let's see.
4 hookers. You think that was good?
Here we go.
Russia. Remember that? He was with 4 hookers. You think that was good that night to go up and tell my wife, it's not true, darling, I love you very much? It's not true. Actually, that one she didn't believe because she said he's a germaphobe. He's not into that, He's not into golden showers, as they say they call them. He's not. I don't like that idea. No, I didn't. I thought that would be a big problem. I was going to have a rough night, but that one she was very good on. She said, no, you're okay on that one.
You're okay.
Russia, remember that?
You're okay on that one. So this is very telling of Donald Trump and just how nasty he is. This is it. I mean, these are the kind of conversations that he ends up having to go home and talk to his wife about, according to what he says. And she said, oh, on that one, you're okay. Which means there's obviously more about what's been going on. So, one, we're going to give Donald Trump a round of booze and shame because he's a liar. And we know every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. So I firmly believe that the golden shower incident did take place, all right? And he's trying to lie to America that it didn't happen. But we got to give his supporters a booze and shame because like some thirsty lap dogs, they're just drinking up what Donald Trump is selling them. So let's give them some booze and shame. All right, but you know what even makes this worse, right? It's the response from his supporters, especially the women's supporters. In all seriousness, these tweets that are coming out from the women who support Donald Trump is definitely a cause for alarm. For instance, take a look at this one. I'm dying. He's so funny. That's the part people who don't listen to him miss out. His humor is amazing. See, these same women, the ones that support him, are so quick to become victims, all right? You know, an SA, for instance, SA is a very real thing. But this kind of behavior right here is an example of how Donald Trump's supporters refuse to hold Donald Trump accountable for his predatory ways. And so to the women out here who think what Donald Trump is talking about is funny, please reconsider what you're laughing at. This is nothing to laugh at. You look ridiculous clapping to this stuff. This is crazy. No, would you be okay if your man, your partner came home and was telling you about some golden showers? You would be laughing? I doubt it. Most of you women out here, if your husband came home with any kind of smoke like this going on, you'd be ready to file a divorce and take more. Don't lie. So why are you out here okaying this stuff when Donald Trump does it? Look at this. More. You know it's going to be good when he tilts his head like that mid-story. Love it. This is what I'm talking about. This is the MAGA demon on steroids right here. When you clapping for your own demise, ladies and gentlemen, you really can't make this stuff up. Look at this. I also knew this was, quote, not true. Anyone that knows Trump knows he's been a huge germaphobe, as if that is some sort of excuse. So what you're trying to say is germaphobes can't break the law. Germaphobes can't do anything nasty. Is this what you guys are selling? MAGA, wake up, especially to you women out there. If you are in a relationship like this, feel free to run for the hills, because that man you're with, he doesn't respect you. I know it. He thinks if you tell the guy you're with that what Donald Trump is doing is funny, then when your man tries it, all right, when your partner tries it on you, make sure you do the exact same thing. Rush to his defense, start laughing, and say, my man would never do that. He's a germaphobe, right? Please, all right? This is alarming. This is another one. No one with a brain cell believed that Trump, who was a well-known germaphobe, was in the golden showers. I love how you women are just rushing to Donald Trump's defense as if you are in a relationship with him. Y'all really do need to cut it out. So you know what? Let's give these women on X, these ones that are cheering Donald Trump on in his moments of infidelity, indiscretion, and just being an immoral person. Join me in giving these women a round of booze and shame, because they know not what they do. They're encouraging Donald Trump to keep on doing what he's doing, and they have no concern that there's going to be another victim of his inappropriate and immoral behavior. All right? So let's give him a round of booze and shame. All right? Y'all should do better. You really should. I'm disappointed in you, especially the ones that call themselves Christians. How could you? How could you? You'd be the first ones in the courtroom if your man did something like this, but you're going to go on the internet and set someone else up for failure in the name of it's funny. It's like I've been saying, the same thing that'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry. It will. It will. You think it's funny. I used to get in trouble on the same things used to make me laugh. Oh, yeah. When it was payday, oh, it made me cry. That fire get on your behind. Oh, my God. It wasn't so funny. And this is what I'm trying to teach you folks. Use your minds. Use that thing in between your two ears. Use it for something. All right? Don't just let it be sitting there taking up space. All right? Really think about this stuff that you're out here supporting. All right, let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, you know, you know, it's Monday morning, but we got to get it in. This is actually kind of funny to me, all right? He thought he was going to go home. This is what they're saying. The internet, ladies and gentlemen, once again, they're back at it, and they are trolling Donald Trump as the judge rejects his mistrial request in his $250 million fraud lawsuit, all right? Oh my God, this is what a loser looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Manhattan Supreme Court Judge Arthur Engoron denied a request by Donald Trump's lawyers for a mistrial in the $250 million civil business fraud case against the former president and his co-defendants. Engoron has already found that the defendants are liable for fraud and ordered the cancellation of their business certificates in a lawsuit brought by New York City Attorney General Letitia James. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, he thought he was going to be able to get a mistrial and then the case was going to go away and he was going to sail off into the sunset. But it didn't go as he planned. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The internet decided, let's take it out. All right. Look at this one. This is a good one. Wait for it. Oh my God, they always get Donald Trump when he thinks he's getting away with it. He's not getting away with this. He thought he was going to go home, but he was denied, right? All right, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, keep it clean. Motion denied. Keep it clean. We got to keep it clean. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Oh, here we are. I'm loving these Friday decisions. Me going into the weekend like, okay. Smile! It's over, MAGA. This is what winning feels like, right? Oh my gosh. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know Garfield had to get some action. All right. Shocking, right? Oh my gosh. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you dance with the devil. All right. So join me in giving Donald Trump another round of booze and shame, him and his son, Don Jr. Because they keep thinking they're going to get away with their crimes, and it only gets worse for them. All right, let's give them their booze and shame. Throw the tomatoes at them. All right, we're almost done, and then we're going to open up the boxes. Don't worry, we're almost done, and we're gonna open up the boxes. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good day today. All right, it's Happy Monday. All right, you know who else we got to talk about? Our good friend Don Jr. All right, who he was on X, formerly Twitter, and he says there was no January 6th insurrection, I should say. All right. So now Don Jr., people on the internet, they're not too happy about you saying this, all right? All right, and they're saying, they're bringing up Donald Trump, right? All right, now this is what Don Jr. says. Doesn't seem like an insurrection to me, but we all knew that from moment one. Is there ever a time that our own government isn't lying? And ladies and gentlemen, this is the core. This is the core belief in MAGA is a majority of Trump supporters think the government is lying to them, but yet and still they're benefiting tremendously from the same government in many ways. They fly airplanes, they drive on the roads, all these things that the government is behind, right? The military and all this stuff, food, the FAA, FCC. They got the government in so many facets of their life, but yet these folks somehow engineered one of the greatest conspiracies ever, which is we shouldn't trust the very government that's taken care of, right? So this is what Don Jr. posts, and look at what they're saying to him. Oh my gosh, they wasted no time. They said, what did they say? Is your daddy lying again, Sparky, right? Here's another one. All right, here's another one. I'm sorry, but your dad called it a violent insurrection the next day. Just because some people were peaceful inside doesn't mean the violence outside didn't exist. That's what they're saying. All right, this is another one. Why were you trying to call Daddy to say that it had gone too far and he should stop? Remember, Don Jr.? Remember you did that? We remember, Junior. The Trump family all have very poor memories. Oh, what about this one? What about this one? Don't take our word for it, Junior. Your own father called the January 6th attack on the Capitol a heinous attack with violence, lawlessness, and mayhem that defiled the seat of American democracy. Check it out.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Oh, he was talking to you, MAGA. Oh my God. My, oh my. How the tables have turned and the plot thickens, MAGA. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving MAGA and Don Jr. another round of booze and shame. Because congratulations, you've played yourself. Donald Trump wins, you lose. Lots of dissension. Okay, Andrew, I'm so sorry. For those of you who are upset in the comment section and making it hard for my moderators, listen up. If you don't like this live, you can leave. And this is why I layer it with a lot of things that Trump says, so that you can't lie and say it didn't happen, right? So listen up, MAGA.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Woo-wee! Oh, and you can't get mad at me when I play that clip, MAGA, because that ain't me saying it. That's your leader. All right? And if he says it to one, he says it to all. That's how it works. All right? He said that when he was the president, too. So, yeah, MAGA, if you don't like this country, you don't even like my live, you can leave. You got so many other rights. You know, they always like to talk about their rights that they got. You have the right to leave my live. It won't change a thing over here, right? All right. Yeah, he straight turned on MAGA. Yeah, he turned on MAGA, and MAGA should be aware of that. Donald Trump doesn't have any problem sending his supporters to prison. He has no problem, trust me. All right, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, to our last and final topic. I have to skip over some, ladies and gentlemen, because, Zeus has other things, I'm behind schedule, all right? Many of you know, all right, this is definitely something I'm committed to doing. And it's also one of my favorite parts of the show to do. This is one of my favorite parts of the show to do. I won't let what happened on January 6th get swept under the rug, no matter how many times you try to distract me. And they try to distract me with things like racism. That's MAGA's number one. MAGA loves to do things and engage in racism to get me off of their trail on January 6th. Now, I'm on the trail of racism, by the way. That ain't gonna change, but I'm not falling for it. I will always make sure I remind America about what happened on January 6th when Donald Trump and his supporters attacked our Capitol. And along those lines, I will make it a point to highlight updates in terms of what's happening to the so-called, Trump calls them political prisoners, but over here we call them domestic terrorists. We call them traitors. All right. So Camden County, New Jersey man is guilty on felony assault and obstruction charges in January 6th Capitol breach. Defendant called for the execution of traitors. Here we go. Look at those Trump supporters. Right? No, that's not FBI. That's not BLM. That's not Antifa. So sorry. Those are MAGA possessed demons, aka Trump supporters. And let's listen to this story about who is this guy's name? Michael Oliveris. Michael Oliveris. A Lindenwold man has been found guilty on all counts after a trial for crimes at the United States Capitol riot. I guess he didn't have any of these TikTok attorneys. You know, there's some TikTok attorneys out here. I guess they didn't go to defend him. Or if they tried, they found out that their so-called defense just doesn't work. All right? MOD, could you look into that for Zeus, MOD? Could you explain why he was convicted? Maybe you didn't have a good, strong legal defense, which is why I say I don't trust you. All right, Michael Oliveris, who withdrew a plea agreement for a single offense in August, heard guilty 7 times following a 4-day trial in federal court. Wow. Could you imagine that, MAGA? You're in the courtroom and you hear guilty 7 times. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all say it 7 times together. This is going down in the history books. Guilty. 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 That's only 3. Guilty. 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 That's another 3. Guilty. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's just about as scary as saying
Jack Smith.
Oh, guilty. Oh, I guarantee you that MAGA demon was no longer. It was no longer after 7 times. That MAGA demon was gone. It was out of there. The jury returned its verdict shortly after the prosecution and defense had delivered closing arguments earlier in the day. All right. The Justice Department alleged Oliveris, a 50-year-old carpenter, was ejected from the Capitol twice during the January 6, 2021. So he got kicked out the Capitol twice. It said he carried an American flag, wore a red Trump hat, and shouted expletive-filled threats while remaining in the Capitol or on its grounds from shortly before 1 p.m. into the evening. The prosecution said Oliveris posted numerous photos and live-streamed videos during the riot, which attempted to block the election of President Biden. One video showed items belonging to the media being thrown in a pile. The narrator believes to be Oliveris said, "This is what happens when the effing fake news shows up at a patriot rally." This is what he said, according to the filings. In a filmed video outside of the Capitol, Oliveris can be heard saying, "Where are the effing traitors? Drag them out by their effing hair." Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, U.S. District Judge Howell, who presided over the 4-day trial, scheduled sentencing for March 15th, 2024. Before Oliveris withdrew his plea agreement, the Department of Justice had sought a 30-month prison term. So he had a plea deal, and he withdrew the plea deal, and now he's been found guilty not just once, but 7 times. This is the MAGA demon. All right, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Under the plea bargain, he would have only had to admit to guilt to a single charge: assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers. All right. In turn, the prosecution was to seek dismissal of 4 misdemeanor counts. But, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, he was found guilty. All right, 7 times. So, join me in giving Oliveras a round, Michael Oliveras, a round of booze and shame. Let's give it to him. Goodbye, Michael! Oh. Goodbye, Michael. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what we must do. We must send Michael off with the old-fashioned way. All right? Goodbye, Michael. You will no longer be a threat to this country. You will be fighting for Donald Trump in a different way. Michael, you will definitely be in a jail cell, in a prison with someone else who loves Donald Trump more than you, perhaps. And you will be fighting that individual or those individuals for Donald Trump's love for a long time, Michael. Don't worry about your family. Don't worry about your friends. And don't even worry about the rest of your career. You're 50 years old. You're going to go into retirement getting the ultimate MAGA reward. At least one of them. Prison. Why are you here? What are you down for? You know, that's what they say when you're inside of those jails. What are you down for? And Michael, you will be able to proudly say, I'm down for Donald Trump. All right? Michael, you want to be a street fighter? Right? You want to be Ken? You want to do a little Hayukin? You're going to be able to do all of that in prison. You want to be a Mortal Kombat character, Michael? Well, you're going to be able to use all your so-called fatalities. You're going to use those fatalities, right? Fatality. You're going to be using a lot of those in prison for Donald Trump. All right? You threw away everything you had for one man that doesn't give a darn about you. All right? And I do hope you enjoy it. Now, there's something to this, though, Michael. This is your opportunity also to repent and possibly get on the good side of history before you check out. Because like I said, if you're a Trump supporter, there's 2 options for you. Jail, and then after jail, hell. And Michael, Leo, good morning. You definitely are in jail. And if you don't get your soul right, you will be in hell. Okay? Doing more work for Donald Trump. All right? All right? And I do hope you really listen to what I'm saying and warn all your friends of the dangers of supporting Donald Trump. All right, Michael? Have a good rest of your life in prison for Donald Trump. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's the morning show. Let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a Trump supporter, this is not the opportunity for you to get in the box and try to challenge Zeus, all right? Because as far as I'm concerned, the proof is in the pudding. I'm winning, you're losing, all right? Look at the statistics. Look at the data, MAGA. Donald Trump is not doing well, all right? Like I said, you can look at the results from 2020 on, and you can see that Donald Trump and his MAGA cult followers They're the biggest losers in American history. Donald Trump doesn't even know who he's running against right now. He thinks he's running against Obama. He thinks he's running against Hillary Clinton. All right? He can't figure it out. He doesn't know which court case he needs to be gagged under or not. He doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Donald Trump is done, MAGA, and you all know this. Okay? Now, yeah, so MAGA, listen up. You need to sit your special behinds down, like I said, and listen to this special broadcast. All right, what we do is we're going to keep the truth level at 110%. Thank you, JP. The truth level, we got to keep it here at 110%. And MAGA, unfortunately, that MAGA demon inside of you, it doesn't allow you to tell the truth. All right? And I understand that very clear. So no, there's nothing to debate with Zeus. All right. All right. What do you? He doesn't know what city he's in. Yeah, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know. Good morning, April, my good friend April. How are you doing, April?
I'm great, Steve. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs as usual.
Well, I wanted to add with all the footage that's come out, and everyone's showing, like the Capitol police officer that took the zip tie off the guy and everything.
Right.
We've got to remember 19 Capitol police were charged.
Oh.
19 Capitol police
You
were charged.
mean they were 19 Capitol Police were Trump supporters?
Yeah, they were Trump. Why wasn't there big Trump supporters?
Bingo.
I mean, think about it.
Bingo.
And it's 19 of them was charged with stuff. So I don't know each charge, but something that you brought up, the Don Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way you can play that video and turn the sound way up? And I think we found who put the coke in the White House. Turn the sound up. I seen the video, but I guess it wasn't in time before your show. But
which one is it?
Listen to it. If you can play that X video of his, just listen carefully and turn the sound up.
Which Don Jr. video?
The one where he's showing the January 6th.
You know what? I did hear something.
Okay. Now, you tell me how many sniffs, and then a little ding at the... I think we found our White House coker.
Yeah. Let's see. Here it goes. I got the video right here. Here we go. Hold on. You're right, April. I did hear this, and I was thinking, I was like, who's making all that noise?
And then a woman at the end says, "Are you good?"
Oh.
Yeah. Just listen.
Okay, here it is. Can you hear it?
Whoa! You didn't wait for the ding. You didn't wait for like something dinging after, and then the people talking. I told you. But when I listened to that, I said, "Did I hear it?" I had to play it like 3 times.
Oh, it's over. What?
I told you.
Let me hear that again. Hold on, April. Let me hear some of that again. Oh! That.
I bet I died when I said, "Why is nobody commenting on the sound in the background?" It killed me.
It's over. Make that make sense, MAGA. There's no way out of that. That was one for each nostril.
That was so funny.
Double barrel.
So we found the perpetrator of
Wow.
stashing little sniff in the White House.
Yo. April, thank you for your excellent detective work. I did hear that, but I didn't make the connection. Wow. I can't think of any other explanation for that. None.
I wish I could really pinpoint what the woman's saying to him.
Yeah.
It sounds like, "Are you good?" or something like that.
Yeah, definitely he's good after that. Oh, yeah. He did that and posted it too, Don Jr. Wow. Wow, I've never heard that.
Okay, I just wanted to bring it, since you brought the topic up, showing his his tweet or whatever you call it now. So, but yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
All right, it really is good. It really is good, and I thank you so much, April. All right.
Have a great day, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful April a round of applause. Wow, no lies detected. There's no answer for that one, MAGA. I don't know what you can say to explain that away. Yeah, he can't feel his face. He was getting off real. I mean, I'm done. I'm speechless. I'm very, very speechless. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to our next panelist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, Brother Swerve. Thank you, April. How you doing, my friend?
Zeus, I gotta tell you, I am living merrily, and through others, I am living vicariously, because today is my 28th wedding anniversary.
Oh my God! Congratulations to you and Don, my good friend. All right.
This is 28 years we've been married.
Wow.
And 31 years we have been together. I'm the happiest man in the world right now, and I'm not gonna let MAGA steal my shine, because me and the wife going out for dinner and wine.
Ooh! Yes, Lord! Congratulations!
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, if I could, I'd like to go back to Mr. Oliveri, because I read about his story this weekend.
Oh yes, speak on it, my brother.
And I often point out how stupid some of these people are. Okay, now not only did he get thrown out of the Capitol once, but he decided, you know what? I'm right in what I'm doing, fighting for my rights, and I'm going back in there. So he found another way back in and came in there, and then, like an idiot, streamed his crimes live on Facebook and YouTube. or just Facebook and Twitter, whatever it was he used.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is how ridiculously stupid they are.
And he was calling them traitors. Isn't that weird?
They were the traitors. Everybody else. It amazes me. Like April said, 19 other Capitol police officers were actually charged for their conduct that day, and all the maggots have been charged, and Donald Trump has said this was a heinous attack, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And it's amazing to me how they often try to walk back what their faithful leader has said to them. This is a heinous attack. But then he comes around and calls them patriots, because yesterday is a hard word for him.
Oh.
Remember that. Yesterday is a very hard word for him. But Joe Biden is sleepy, right?
Oh my, yeah. That's what they say, right?
And then the other guy who flashed a quote unquote badge.
Yes. After stealing Nancy Pelosi's wallet.
Zeus, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I used to work for the FBI, right?
Oh, okay.
And I was doing some undercover work. I was undercover for like 2.5 years. My wife hadn't seen me in so long. She forgot what I looked like. I forgot what she looked like, because my mind was in the work.
Right.
And then on the day of the final meeting, when we was going to get to Mr. Big, I just walked out there and flashed my badge and said, "Look, I'm FBI. All y'all about to go to jail." That's what I did.
Oh my God.
Why in the hell would the FBI who is, they do a lot of things clandestinely and secretly.
Correct.
Why would they flash a badge? I mean, that's got to be the dumbest FBI agent. J. Edgar Hoover be rolling over in his grave right now if he knew about that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he was a real FBI agent, he wasn't no real FBI agent. Just like y'all said, Ray Epps was an FBI informant. Even though Michael Reyes testified that Ray Epps is no FBI informant, we don't
Right.
owe him anything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ray Epps was smart enough. Yeah, he might have egged you on just like Donald Trump did. But Ray Epps was smart enough to never go inside the fucking Capitol. Oh,
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I got you.
I know you did.
But you're
Ray
right.
Epps was smart enough to never go inside the Capitol.
Right. What kind of FBI agent wants to be on camera blowing their cover?
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, and the funny thing is they believe this stuff, huh?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, how long was he in deep cover before he just decided, you know what, January 6th seems like the day. I'm going to come out and let everybody know I work for the FBI.
Wow.
It just doesn't make any sense. The things that they come up with, the ridiculous conspiracy theories that they come up with to try to fit their narrative is it's just hilarious to me beyond belief. And I'm like, you know what? 1,000 monkeys in a room with typewriters couldn't write this stuff.
You're right.
It would take them 200 years to write this kind of stuff, Zeus.
Yeah.
It really would.
Yeah. I mean, you're spot on, and it just shows you, and it just shows us, I believe, just how easy it is to manipulate a Trump supporter. They ought to be embarrassed, if you ask me.
Yeah. I couldn't even begin to tell you how embarrassed I would be if one of my relatives or somebody was into the Trump life.
Yeah.
I'm all about that Trump life. I got my 2024 Speedo on and got my Trump 2024 socks, and I'm sitting here in my grandmother's basement covered in peanut butter because this is what he wants me to do. Yeah,
oh my God.
I'm sorry, older brother, but you on your own, player.
Tell him.
I'm going to arrest you for what you did on January 6th.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm going to help him out. In fact, I'm getting ready to make a phone call right now and tell him where your goofy behind is at.
Oh, you would turn in one of your own like that, Swerving?
Oh, in a New York minute? In a New York minute. Look, man, when they was offering that $10 million bounty for Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. Oh,
I was ready to start making up some stuff on some people. Okay, so don't get it twisted.
Fair enough.
When one of mine break the law, I don't care who they are. When one of mine breaks the law, you got to pay. Just like if I broke the law, I got to pay. Pure and simple.
No lies detected. I'm with you.
So, all right, let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna go see if the wife is ready for her lunch break and see if I can go and get her some lunch. And
all right. And once again, congrats. Right.
Thank you, sir. The first thing I did for her this morning, I found an old video clip of the Flintstones.
Oh,
on YouTube where they're singing "Happy Anniversary" to Wilma.
Yeah.
And that's what I play for the wife.
Oh, that is so sentimental. Listen, it's always nice to see love like that, my brother. Thank you for sharing that information with us.
You are very welcome. You enjoy the rest of your day. I'll let you get back to attending to the affairs of the kingdom. To all my friends and folks down in the chat and family down there, thank you all so much. Y'all have a great day, and I love you, Zeus, and I'll see you soon, my brother. Be good.
All right. I love you too, and tell the missus we say hello and send our love as well. All right, my good friend?
I will do.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swerving. No lies detectors. Like my grandmother always says, tell the truth and shame the devil. All right? This is what we do each and every day, ladies and gentlemen. There's a rumor going on out here. They're saying that President Biden, he's not polling so well. His numbers aren't looking great. You know, how many of you have heard that, right? Yeah. Don't believe it. President Biden and Kamala Harris are doing an outstanding job protecting these lovely United States as we know it. Because when it comes to who you should vote for, all right, and this is serious, it's real clear. Do you want to vote to save democracy, or do you want to throw it all away to a fascist dictator? All right, that's what this is really all about. I know a lot of you have your concerns, and those concerns are valid, but you have a better chance of having your concerns addressed, all right, if you go with President Biden, because I guarantee you, you put Donald Trump in that White House again, and I don't even like to push fear, so I'll just say this. If Donald Trump gets in the White House again, you're going on a nice ride, all right? And a seatbelt, you're going to be asking for a lot more than a seatbelt, right? Gia, you said you'll be voting for the fascist dictator. Well, Gia, I gotta say this. Number one, thank you for your honesty. All right, but Gia, why are you still here in the United States, Gia? Wouldn't it be easier if you just went to Russia, Gia? Honestly, why try to turn the United States into that? Why not just go to Russia or North Korea or China? I'm confused. You know, they say the quickest way to another point, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Gia, just go to Russia. All right, no one is forcing you to stay here. Anyone forcing Gia to stay in these United States? Anyone out there in the comment section? Is anyone forcing Gia to stay in the United States? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest. Good morning, my good friend Nutty Professor. Gia, you sound like a Russian bear. Gia is a Russian bear. I got it. All right. Oh, my brother. Oh, you come in trying to compete like that, champ? What's going on?
Ain't no competition.
Fair enough. I
Ain't,
agree. There ain't none.
ain't no competition.
Ain't
Well,
none. You're right.
hold on, boy. So what I want to say to you is, Gia, our offer is open, ma'am. You know, we got that first class ticket to Russia, to Moscow to be exact. But let's not start with nonsense, Gia. Listen, I just got done teaching I hate Mondays.
Right.
Mondays, I got an 8 a.m. class that I have to teach. So
Oh.
political
Okay,
theory.
okay, okay.
Yes, the political theory and ideology.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
and
okay.
I think people like Gia needs to come sit in my class.
All right.
But
Yeah.
starting off, I want to, hey, Swerve, happy anniversary to you and your wife. But I also want to say happy 81st anniversary, not anniversary, but birthday to our president. You know,
Joe Biden.
yeah. So yeah, happy birthday, Mr. President. So I wrote down some things that I wanted to say, Zeus, because inevitably there's always someone in the comments that throws us off,
Oh,
and I don't get a chance to say everything in
okay.
my 3 minutes.
Fair
So,
enough.
but I wanted to say also rest in peace to Rosalind Carter. Listen, folks, I don't care what y'all say about Jimmy Carter. He is perhaps the most well-known former president. He's actually more popular in his post-presidency than he was in his presidency.
Mm.
And we know how, the right, I'm just going to say the right, likes to lie, cheat, and steal. Because, for those of you who weren't born like I was, because I'm old AF, when Jimmy Carter was president, we
Mm-hmm.
know that the hostages situations that was being held, we know that he negotiated their release. And it was Ronald Reagan who usurped their release until
Mm.
after the election
Mm.
in which he won. And
Wow.
then what happened the day after Ronald Reagan was elected president? The hostages get released.
Wow.
And all has come out now, all these years later.
Wow.
But I want to speak to people on the right and conservatives who continues to vote for Donald Trump and who continues to protect Donald Trump. Why are you protecting a man who cares nothing about you nor the Constitution that you purport to love? And the reason I say that is because we know, based on historical facts, that Donald Trump, when his father was ailing, his
Mm.
father also was declining with, dementia, things like that. And so
Right.
when his father was ailing, Donald Trump tried to get his dad to rewrite his will. And so what he did, he went and took the will and left everything, his father's entire estate,
Mm.
to himself because he
Wow.
was he was in financial straits.
Right.
And so what Donald's dad did, he had the forethought to show his daughter the
Mm.
document. And the document was then taken to the daughter's husband, who was a lawyer, who was an attorney,
Right.
and the son-in-law was like, oh my goodness, we cannot let him sign this. So that is why
Wow.
Donald Trump had such a horrible relationship with his sister, because and this was back in the 70s, y'all. All right.
Wow.
This is why he had
Wow.
that. So, and it brings me to last week. Has anyone heard Donald Trump say anything about the passing of his sister?
He did. So he did say something, right? The day
What
later,
was
I
that?
think.
What was that something?
He said something on a Truth Social post, something along the lines like she will be missed, and he said he took the blame a little bit as well for her.
Okay, well, I didn't see that, but then again, to my point, I don't get on Truth Social.
Oh, okay, yeah, he
But
did it on Truth Social.
but I but in the mainstream, okay, let me put
Yeah,
it
yeah,
this way:
yeah.
in the mainstream, I have not heard him say anything about his sister, and I just thought that was weird that you wouldn't say, this is my sister, I'm gonna miss her, yada yada yada. Okay,
Right.
but I just very quickly, Zeus, can I have another 1 minute?
Okay.
One minute.
It's really your friends. Your friends are gonna get on you.
It's okay. That means they
Okay.
love you. It means they love you. So, the
Fair
right,
enough.
please stop supporting Donald Trump, because we know you keep saying we're not racist. We're not racist. Just because we vote for Donald Trump, how are we racist? It's because if you're not racist, why do the racists tend to flock to the Republican Party? All right.
Tell them.
You keep saying it's Antifa and the FBI that infiltrated the Black Lives Matter. I mean, excuse me, January 6th. But yet you want to also say that Antifa was Black Lives Matter. I mean, y'all, it's the mental gymnastics there, right?
Right.
We know that the white supremacists, that they infiltrate peaceful protests. Because why? How do we know this? We have evidence they did it in the Black Lives Matter, but yet you want to keep saying BLM is so horrible. They
Mm.
just did it. They just did it again, Zeus, in Wisconsin last week.
Oh, I
White
saw.
white supremacists infiltrated a peaceful pro-Palestine.
He's not lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying. And we know that they're white supremacists. Why do they do that? Because they want to disrupt and they want to keep you in fear.
Mm.
I'm moving quickly. You talked about the polls. Why would we
Yes,
take deference to any polls that are a year out from the election?
I wouldn't. That's how they got beat last time. I like
We're
it
not
when
worried.
MAGA gets confident.
We're not worried about no polls at all. All
Nope.
right. All right. So stop talking about the mental decline of President Biden
Correct.
when, like Zeus, I heard you say it earlier. Trump has to be told what town he's in,
Yep.
but he's also he thinks that he's running against President Obama.
Right.
Like, really? So
Lies. Thank you, Chrissy.
yeah. So, and my last point.
Oh yeah, you nuttied
The
up
diff,
this live big time, champ.
that it's okay. It was bound to
Jesus
happen
Christ.
because I hadn't
Yeah.
nutted up the live in weeks, so it was bound to happen. So
Woo!
the difference between us and them, and there is
Talk to
an
me.
us and them. There is an us
Mm-hmm.
and them.
Yes. Thank
What I mean by us and them is people who are anti Donald Trump. All right. And I don't even,
thank
because
you.
there are some Republicans that are anti Donald Trump and they just won't support it. Right.
Right. Right.
Like Adam Kissinger, like Liz Cheney. All right.
Real ones.
So the difference is that we don't compare Donald Trump to the Almighty. We compare Donald Trump to we compare it to the alternative.
Tell them
And
again, Nutty.
the alternative will always win out, because the alternative, we may not agree with them totally, but we like democracy.
Mm.
We love democracy.
Amen.
And to the very last point, Argentina just elected the Argentinian version of Donald Trump.
Oh, good Lord.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's
So
over.
Argentina, they have an inflation rate of 185%.
Oh,
Don't believe me, fact check me.
damn.
Argentina has an inflation rate of 185%.
Wow.
We're complaining, we're at 3.2% currently. And we're
We're the
complaining, saying,
lowest out of the G7.
but yet Biden's such a horrible president, right? So, and we're complaining, woe is me, because eggs cost $22 a dozen. I don't
Well,
know
they
about you,
shouldn't
Zeus.
cost $22. That's pretty
Well,
darn high.
that's what the bears say,
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
They in
I just
Russia they
I
do.
just filled up my gas tank with
Yeah.
premium, and I
Okay.
paid $3 a gallon for premium
Okay.
gasoline here in the state of misery. So,
Wow.
with that being said, this is Thanksgiving week. Y'all have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Have a blessed week, and stay safe out there.
All
And
right.
Zeus, there's no competition, my brother. Have a good day, sir.
Why are they booing, Nutty? Nutty. See, ladies and gentlemen, what we had just now was we had more of the professor coming in the box and explaining himself, which I was in full agreement with. I was cheering. But then you could just see it coming over him. You know, like a thief in the night. That nutty side, and the professor side left, and it went to Nutty. And then he had to get off the live with that nonsense, Nutty. Get on out of here. That's why they're booing you, Nutty. Nutty, you gotta quit letting the devil slip a link in you like that, my friend, all right? Just stick to the professor side, all right? Don't bring that nutty business around Zeus. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, guess who we got, ladies and gentlemen? Sister Takesha! How are you doing? Let's go, let's go. Time to rock and roll. Oh, my God. You in your bag this morning, too? Oh, let's go. What you doing?
Nettie just taught a 9:30 a.m. class.
He did. What's wrong with him?
I wanted to go get my tablet and my notebook and sit on a desk.
You ain't lying. You ain't
Listen,
lying. What was he thinking?
He thought he was going to, teach us on his break. Let's talk about that fine bloodhound.
Uh-oh.
Who probably could sniff out anybody the FBI looking for.
Oh.
By the name of Don Jr.
Oh, did you catch him? Did you catch him?
Baby, he was sniffing harder than a man behind a woman in the club.
Oh.
That he trying to take home.
Oh, my Lord. And that's a lot of sniffing.
Baby, his nose open wider than a similar.
Woo! Did you hear all of that sniffing going on? What?
Baby, listen.
Is you good? That's what they asked.
The woman probably said, "Is it any for me?" Baby, listen. They put the lines on the table and he slipped all of them, Zeus. Now he was out of line, and they was too.
There you go. Oh my, get him, Takesha, get him, because we're not gonna let any of that.
Baby,
I've
I
never
bet he was hiding them eggs the bears talk about. Baby, Don Jr. was high. You hear me? Forget crack, it's whack.
Woo!
Don made it rain with that cocaine.
Listen, oh my God. Oh my God, I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
Now,
oh my God, oh my
now
God.
listen, Zeus.
For educational purposes.
For educational purposes.
Yeah.
And for saying no to drugs. We are talking about it. Now listen, Zeus.
Yes.
I can agree with Trump.
Okay.
The showers were not golden.
Oh.
They were SHITTY.
Oh.
We know that when he get in there, it's to clean the boo-boo and not the pee-pee. So, yeah, the shower is brown.
Oh, my gosh.
And dirty.
Oh, my gosh. This is what he likes, though. He likes it like that. He like a little dirty shower.
That's what I'm talking about. He germophobic, all right. He wouldn't be crapping on himself if he was germophobic.
Oh, now this is true. Now
Hey,
that's true. He be breaking it.
hey,
He be trying his hardest to keep that diaper clean. Huh?
hey.
Oh
He'll
yeah.
put a clothespin on the hole before he let it come out in the goal. I'm trying to tell you, Trump is not a germophobic. You hear me? The
Yeah.
only thing he doing is pooping, and they hanging those diapers on the clothesline
Oh.
faster than he can mess them up. I'm trying.
Oh Lord.
Listen, that family is a. Melania ain't said nothing to him about nothing he did because she was not there. She ain't heard nothing about no
You,
golden shower because she was in her own.
oh wait, you don't think that conversation happened that he said? You don't think? You don't think?
Zeus, Zeus.
What's that?
When has Melania ever looked like she wanted Trump?
1975.
1990 nothing. 1990 never.
So
That
you
one was
said
trying
she
to
don't
get
care
her.
how you said she
That
don't care
girl
how
was trying
nasty
to
he
get her
get.
and her family to the United States. She wasn't trying to be Trump wife for real. She was his trophy, and she didn't mind because she got the money, and she didn't give him the honey but one time.
Ooh.
That's where La Pizza come from, Barry.
Yeah.
And that was all he was gonna get.
Ooh, you saying she don't care how dirty he gets then?
She don't care how many diapers he wear, how many pants he tear. She ain't moving her underwear. Not
Woo!
even to the side, Zeus. Not even to the side,
Oh,
Zeus.
oh Lord!
She ain't
Now,
even pushing him to the side for him. You hear me?
oh, that means she don't want nothing he got.
Trump in there jerking.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
And I ain't talking about like a seizure. Yeah, jerking.
Well, you know his supporters love that about him. They love that side of him. They like that dirty
You know
Trump
what, Zeus?
side.
I really wanted to feel sorry for his supporters, but
You don't? You don't
the
feel
more
sorry?
the more
Huh?
they talk, the more I walk away. Because they lost Zeus. You know the hooked on phonics is looking more profitable as the weeks go on.
Oh, we should invest in it, is what you're
I
saying.
told you I was already investing.
Oh
And they
Lord.
can get one hooked on phonics book for the low price of $59.99.
Wow.
But if you don't have the $59.99 at one time,
Yeah. How we
you
gonna?
can pay 40 installments of $40. But it
Oh.
still equals to $59, Maggle. Remember that.
Oh, that's an offer we can't refuse, Maga.
Absolutely, Zeus.
Maga, let's get in on this. Maga, let's go ahead. Send us your information, and we'll go ahead and get you started on this amazing payment
I would
plan. All
love
right?
for them to take that payment plan, Zeus.
Yeah.
Remember, Maggot, 40 payments of $45 still equals $50.
No lies detected. No lies detected. She's telling the truth.
I'm going on now, Zeus. I'm going on.
All right. Well, listen, it is so awesome to have you back this week. All right, Sister Takesha. All right, your friends, your fans, they were wondering where you were, and now you're
I
back.
took a mental break. One more thing, Zeus, and I'm be done.
All right.
What I learned in these TikTok streets
Uh-oh.
is that your TikTok friends will turn on you faster than a prisoner when they say lights out. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Yep. Nope.
So stay alert and stay aware, and don't you pull down your underwear.
Oh Lord!
All right, you have an awesome day.
All right, you too, and thank you so much, Sister Takesha. Ladies and gentlemen, no lies detected. It's like my grandmother always says: you just gotta tell the truth, and shame the devil. Now y'all better be practicing being good friends out here on these TikTok streets. Of okay, it's real dangerous out here. It gets real murky. All right, you gotta be. You know the Bible says, "Wise as serpents, but gentle as doves," so to speak. Right? You know how this goes down, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I know I was supposed to get you. My good friend, Seti said, "Welcome to the kingdom, my good friend. How are you doing?" Uh-oh. It looks like that we might be dealing with some MAGA Wi-Fi issues, perhaps. Seti said, "Are you there?" Said he said, going once, going twice. So
GDP growth last
all
month.
right, well,
If
listen.
you want to talk about prices dropping over the past 12 months.
Hold on. Let's see. He said he is out to lunch. So this might be a good chance to introduce some information. You know, I follow you. Listen to Midas Touch, Ben Marcellus. He brought up some information on one of his videos. All right, and I want you Trump supporters to listen to this. This is why we say President Biden is doing a good job. All right, listen to what he says.
To the 14 million jobs added.
Here we go.
The longest stretch in all G7 nations, halted and rate cuts.
Now, this is about President Biden's accomplishments, all right?
Can now come early as March of 2024. The U.S. is now leading the G7 in GDP growth and leading the G7 in the lowest inflation of all G7 nations.
Wow.
Unemployment is under 4% for 21 straight months, the longest stretch in 50 years. And this is all in addition to the 14 million jobs added under the Biden presidency and also 4.9% GDP growth last month. And if you want to talk about prices dropping over the past 12 months, the price of eggs dropped 22%, lettuce 4.5%, apples 3.9%, butter 3.7%, fresh fish and seafood dropped by 3.6% in terms of services. Health insurance dropped 34%, airfare dropped 13%, car rental dropped 9.6%, public transport dropped 8.9%, and medical care dropped 2%. And if you want to know where the inflationary pressures originally came from, we have to talk about the source. We have to be honest. We have to be data focused here. So don't take my word for it. Why don't we take the word of Ron DeSantis, a MAGA Republican, and here Ron DeSantis explains, and accurately, that Donald Trump added $8 trillion in debt. Donald Trump printed more money than any administration. Over 25% of all of the debt in the history of the United States of America stems from Donald Trump's failed policies. Let me just play this clip so you can see it for yourself.
And you know who else is missing in action? Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have.
No, I've coined the term MAGA-splaining.
All right. So that's MAGA-splaining the situation. So when these Trump supporters get out here, ladies and gentlemen, and they're crying, make sure they understand they're crying because the one that says that they're the prisoners lied to them. All right, Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give President Biden a round of applause. No lies detected. No lies detected, MAGA. If you're upset about the country and things that are going on, blame your leader, Donald Trump. All right, Biden is saving us from, I would say, one of the worst presidents we've ever had. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. Oh my gosh, we only got a little bit of time left. Let's go. Good morning, Dark Bamba. How are you?
Good morning.
All right, how are you? Feeling good?
Actually, you know, if you step back and look, things are going okay.
Oh, really? You have good news for us.
Our president is taking care of foreign policy. It hurts bad, but I'll tell you what, he's keeping us safe. He's rebuilding, you know, talking, you know, discussions with, you know, the friendly enemy.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're going to watch, if we help Ukraine
Right.
take down Putin,
Right.
and we have a short time to do it before they get a have an election because there's a worse creep behind them.
Right.
But if we take them down, we help them take them down.
Wait. You say there's a worse creep behind Putin?
Yeah. There's a guy in prison who's wanting to run, but he hasn't been sentenced yet. He's
wow.
the one who shot down a plane.
Oh.
And all the it was a civilian plane, and all the bodies fell into the roofs of the Ukrainian people's houses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Wow,
So,
I didn't know that.
they tried to get him in The Hague, but they couldn't. But Russia put him in prison, and now he stood trial, but he hasn't been sentenced. So they thinking he can run, and he is worse than Putin.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow. This is
anyways, we have a short window here, and
okay.
if we help Ukraine kick this out of the box, what's going on in Israel, what's going on in Africa, where all these fights are going on,
Yeah.
they'll stop.
Oh.
They will
So
stop that.
so
Yeah.
now is more. Now is the time we
Yeah,
need to
we're
really
on.
get
Yeah, we
behind
have a
Biden.
short. That's the thing with government. Things take so long,
Yeah.
but right now there's windows of opportunity
Mm.
that we really got to push because
Thank you.
we could have all the wars in the world right now stop
Thank you. So
because
this is now.
hand,
This is when we should
Russia's
be showing
hand is
Biden.
in all of them.
So you're saying we need to be showing Biden the support he needs right now more
Yes,
than ever. All right.
I know it hurts.
I knew it.
I know it hurts. It's disgusting to watch, and these people, that's their goal, is
Yeah.
to take your heart out, shred it, step on it, rip it apart. That's how they put fear in power.
Yeah.
And both sides are being played. The citizens on both sides are being played
Got it.
by these evil, evil people.
Evil.
So,
I
but here's
agree.
the thing.
Yeah.
This is bugging me.
What's that?
Remember the poo on the wall of the Capitol?
Yeah. On January 6th.
Didn't they take a DNA sample? I want to know what kind of crazy person. I want that on the front page of the paper. Who smeared that poo on the wall? Don't you want to know?
I do, but I don't now.
How many wives had their husband come home and went to do their laundry and there's crap all over the pants? What'd they say? I mean, what would you say to your husband or wife?
I would say, what kind of animal? Yeah, what kind of animal did this?
Why is there crap all over you?
That's what animals do. Even dogs know how to not do that, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that,
Or did they walk around carrying bags of dog crap in their pocket? I mean, who the hell? I want to know.
Whoever they are, they should be jailed for the rest of their natural lives.
How cool would that be? You are in prison for smearing poo.
And you'd be in there smearing it all over that cell you're in, too.
Yeah, everybody be checking your poo. You get, royal poo do.
Yeah. What?
I just want to know.
I don't know. All right, well, listen,
anyways,
Bama.
go Joe. And guys,
Joe.
it's a team. It's not just Joe Biden.
Thank you.
It's a team.
Thank you, Bamba.
And that team will be there through thick and thin.
No lies detected.
For us.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Love you too, Dark Bamba. Let's give it up to Dark Bamba. No lies detected. Always keeping me updated on what's going on abroad, all right? Because presidents have powers both domestically and abroad, so it's always a pleasure when you're able to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. This is what we're dealing with, MAGA. You all really have a comprehension issue. Day in and day out, we are debunking every lie, every conspiracy that you can imagine because you're not that intelligent. All right? So, MAGA, you really do owe the Democrats a lot. You owe the Democrats a lot. Moving on to our next topics. Oh my God, we got a few more panelists. All right, we'll try to get them all in before we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Who do we got? The beautiful Cece Bear. I see you, Steve. Cece Bear?
Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
How's my handsome? How's my handsome?
I'm doing
humble?
all right. I'm out here still embarrassing the ugly folks out here, but that's okay. I don't care. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I've had to drop down a couple times because I got a pretty bad headache.
Okay. You don't take it easy now. Take it easy.
Oh, trust and believe. I've had my gummies for the morning, so I'll be okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you okay? As long as you okay and you're good.
I'm good, buddy. I have a question.
Absolutely.
Do you have veneers?
Do I know? What the heck? Why would I do that?
Shine them bright, baby. People think you got veneers. Your teeth are so damn brilliant. They think you have veneers.
They make up a lot of things about me, CC, and at this point, I consider them all great badges of courage. Whenever they make up things about Zeus, it doesn't matter.
They steal your content. Like They're
They
the
do?
most handsome. I'm the most handsome.
They're still stealing?
Zeus claims, but I'm the
Wow.
most handsome.
Wow. These folks, listen, that's why I say don't photocopy. Be yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
They
All
can't
right?
be.
You know it takes a lot to be Zeus. You don't want all the problems Zeus has, trust me.
No, it does take a lot to be you, buddy. We understand.
Mm-hmm.
We totally understand. And
Thank you.
I'm getting ready to order
Thank
that.
you, Doozy.
I'm getting
Huh?
ready to order something off of your page too. Y'all
Oh,
go to his page, look at his clothing,
yeah.
listen to his music on Spotify.
Oh, you've been having quite the experience with Zeus, huh?
Oh yes, I have. Janae, don't hate Janae.
Oh, you went and you said something about our friend Jay Bear.
She hates me.
Why?
She paid to get me dropped out of Wolfspill's life.
Wow.
And I loved it.
Cut it out,
tickled
Janae.
me. And then she came back and told me to shut up and oil dropped her.
I wish she would control her emotions a little better. That way, she could be, she would get along a lot. She would do a lot better if she wouldn't allow herself to get so angry.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And her and Stacy, I mean, they talk some of the craziest stuff. I mean, Stacy is the questionnaire bear.
Yeah.
We know Janae, she's the jungle bear,
Yeah. Well, she gonna have to lay there and burn. You can look, but don't touch, Janae. You know how that goes. Listen,
hands off, lady. Get your hands off. Hey, but I do have a serious question here.
What's that?
Could you explain to me why can you explain to me why these polls, which mean nothing,
right,
think that Biden can call for a ceasefire?
Oh, why? I don't know where these polls are taken, Cece, to be quite honest. But my understanding is a lot of people just don't understand how government works, and it's easy to blame the person that you can see versus the person you don't. That's what I think.
I mean, we have no control over what Israel is doing. None. I mean,
tell them, Cece.
We have to support them. We have to.
Yeah.
But our president has no control on what they do.
Let them know, Cece. We can influence them. All right.
You have a good day.
All right. You too, Cece.
God bless you. I'm sorry I make you sneeze.
No. You're fine. You're fine. But thank you so much. All right. And keep up the good work and keep those bears in a cage like you do very well. All right, my good friend.
I will do that for you, sir. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Cece. We have to support Israel. Yes, that's what President Biden says, but not when they're wrong. Okay, you can do both. All right, you can listen. You got two hands. You can do two things at once. Come on, folks, act like you know better. Yeah. Biden is doing an outstanding job keeping America together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Who do we got here? My good friend Dark Truth. Welcome, my good friend. Lady Tony, I see you. Kim, I see you. Good morning. Dark Truth, going once. Looks like we got the mega Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh. All right. Dark Truth, you're more than welcome, my good friend, to try to send us another guest request back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Our good friend
Good morning.
Kim. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Long time no see.
I know.
I've seen you in other lives though, so it's not like you haven't. Yeah.
I was just.
How's the music going?
It's going fabulous. Just absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
I'm actually building my own beats from now on. 808s all the way up.
Hey, I like that.
I finally made it there. Mom, look, I'm doing good.
Yeah,
but I was just in Attacking's live, and he was literally listening to the court of Trump's attorney trying to fight the gag order. And let me tell you, I was laughing because I have never heard anybody do so much mental gymnastics.
Right. Wow.
I'm like, bro, it's like, it's not going to stand because
he wants to fight the gag order. He wants to fight the gag order. Wow. As if he thinks his rhetoric is helping. Does Trump still think what he says helps him?
Oh my God, he probably does in his own, delusion of grandeur, but it doesn't. And I'm just like, if you really want to look, because what the attorney was sitting there saying was it taints the jury pool. He's done it himself. How is? I mean, the man runs his mouth and taints the jury pool. I mean, he stays in the news.
Yeah. This is why the gag order most likely, I believe, is going to be put back on, right?
And John, you're right. It's not going well for him at all. I mean, the fight he's trying to fight is like it's like him fighting water. It's not going to happen. I mean, for real. Swimming upstream on Niagara Falls. It ain't happening.
Nope. No one wants to wake up and see Donald Trump attacking the prosecutor, attacking President Biden. I mean, how is that helping the campaign? If it's not, to me, it's actually encouraging his supporters to do something, which is setting themselves up to go to prison for him. It's actually a good thing.
One of the things they stated is like, it's like he's got to do something to cause harm. I'm like, wait a minute, he's already done stuff to cause harm because he had people that went to Nancy Pelosi's house and attacked her husband, meaning to go after her. So he's already said the rhetoric and everything that's going to cause problems.
Yeah,
he's been very problematic. Period.
Yeah. So
as far as Biden not campaigning, you know why Biden's not campaigning, but Trump is steadily running his mouth? Because Biden is actually running the country.
Boom! When it's time for Biden to campaign, he'll get to it. But right now, there's too many things going on that require him to be focusing on his job. Period.
Exactly. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a president.
Thank you. You hear that, MAGA? This is what a president is supposed to do when there's a lot of issues going on. You shouldn't be on Twitter and your social media platforms complaining. You need to be having your hands on the plow. You need to have your hands on the plow and get to work.
Exactly. But I enjoyed my time. I'm going to let you get back to speaking because I know you went out of here and you got people in the comments. So.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Kim. All right, see ya. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, listen, I see there's some dissension in the comments section. And again, MAGA, you don't got to be in this live if you don't want to be here.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Thank you. Good morning, my good friend Tony. I can't call you pretty because I'm handsome. So what's going on?
It's all good, man.
They
call me pretty because my DJ mixes are pretty.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, we can call you pretty, Tony. All right. You ain't aiming for my territory. You ain't in my.
No, I'm not as handsome as you, my friend.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I mean, thank you for your honesty. All right. What brings you to the show this lovely Monday morning?
Oh no, I listen to you pretty much every morning. I don't come up though.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
I hear you. I'm in the chat. I'm in there.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'm very honored. You never know who's listening, right? And so it's always a pleasure when folks like yourself, get in here and kind of confirm things that I might be thinking, or even sharing with me information I don't know.
We on the same page, bro.
Okay,
we on the same page.
Thank you.
These MAGA demons, as you call them, are exactly that. They are deceived. They're deceived. They're confused. Because that's what the devil does. He works his confusion, right?
Yeah.
That's how he works.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, who's that dude? Snuggles? What is up with that guy? Man,
he's losing his mind. We're watching a Trump
confusion.
Yeah, we're watching a Trump supporter lose their mind in real time. HD, 4K, 8K. He's losing it.
Well, 8K because he's got his face so close to the camera, you can see all the way up his nose. But
no lies detected. He's not lying.
And here's the other thing: when you're on camera, you're not supposed to chew gum. You're not supposed to chew gum.
Right,
You're not supposed to have your mouth so close to the camera where everybody can see the gum in your mouth. You don't do that.
Right.
That's industry rule number 3,441. So, yeah, man, I appreciate what you do, bro. I appreciate all the hard work you put into your show.
Thank you.
And it's interesting to watch. I was in Unions Live yesterday, and it was just like I was saying yesterday. It was just like, it's just the level of cognitive dissonance that these people that are completely bamboozled and believe that this guy is like their savior is just astounding me. You know what I mean? So it takes people like you and all the other TikTokers, RTP, and guys like that just kind of takes these people to task, which is really funny to me because none of these people even gave anything about Trump 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Nope.
You wouldn't have. They probably weren't even Republican. They probably weren't even Republican. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they were getting radicalized.
Exactly. They saw a celebrity. They jumped on the bandwagon, and here they are. And with all these charges that this man has, and it blows my mind because if it was any other politician that had this kind of we'll just say if it was Joe Biden, if you flipped it and it was Joe Biden with these 91 charges and all this stuff, the Democrats he'd have been out of office already. They would have just been like, we ain't, because look what they did to Jeffrey Weiner. Look what they did to Como. Look what they did to Como. Como had some accusations. You need to step down, dude. You got to go.
Get him out of here.
So you can say what you want about the Democratic Party, but they don't sit there and just continually blindly follow somebody because they want their base. And that's what the Republicans have done. They've completely have lost their minds. And I have Republican friends that are confused right now because they grew up that way and they don't stand behind this guy and they're actual Republicans. So that's the difference. You have Republican people who they feel like they don't even have a party anymore because the party of Trump is not the Republican Party. But what's happening is the Republican Party is placating to the party of Trump. And that's what's messing their party up.
Yeah.
That's just really where it's at.
Well, that's because you dance with the devil. This is what you get, right? Trump was going to, according to the book that, that just came out, the one that's talked, tired of winning, he was going to leave the Republican Party, but, and campaign against them. But according to what they're saying, that if he did leave, it would cost him millions and millions of dollars. All right. And so it's a marriage that the Republican Party made to Donald Trump that we are all witnessing. And we will see it come crashing down. Marriages like this end in a nasty divorce, right? And it's going to happen. The Republican Party that it used to be is no longer. Now it's a party of liars, seditionists, treasonous traitors. And the leader is a multi-indicted, 91 felony charges criminal. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm getting a crazy echo right now.
Well, listen, I got to move it on, my good friend, but I appreciate you. All right.
Thanks for having me up, man.
All right. Have a good one, my good friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to our good friend, Pretty Tony. No lies detected. All right. We got 2 more guests, and then we are out of here. All right, let's go. Good morning, AJ. Welcome, AJ. How are you?
Hey, Zeus. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. Is this our first time doing business?
Yes, sir. I need 3 questions.
Yep, you know how this goes, all right? Now, we're already friends, but this is your first time in the kingdom, all right? First question. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
No.
All right. AJ, you got it right. Next question, Doozy. I hope you're listening to this, Doozy and Janae. This is the correct answer to the questions, all right? This is how you get to be able to come in the box and talk to Zeus. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the United States Capitol on January 6th?
MAGA supporters, racist, nasty people, traitors to the country.
And who's at the top of that list?
Donald J. Trump.
AJ, good answer. No lies detected. All right, last and final question. And it's going to come at you like a curveball, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you believe President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
No, sir.
All right. That's the answers. That's all you got to answer if you want to get in the box and talk to Zeus. And I just gave you the answer. All right, my good friend AJ, what's going on? What do you want to talk about with us today?
Nothing much, man. Well, I just want to say that how is how I want to know how the election was stolen. That's what I want to know. How was it was the most safe, secure election? I really want to. I don't understand. Like, why do people keep saying the election was stolen? And that's all I want to know.
Because they can't understand how Biden got so many more votes than Donald Trump.
81
Other
million.
than the fact that one, it had to have been stolen, and the number one reason is because Donald Trump said it was. Don't you believe Donald Trump when he talks?
All right, and
oh, you don't even want to entertain it. So you don't believe Donald Trump when he talks, AJ?
Hell no.
Oh, now keep it clean. You gotta keep it clean. You gotta keep it clean, okay? We got innocent ears on this.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. But in other words, there's really no explanation. To be honest with you, there's no explanation.
What do you think about Palestine, Zeus?
Well, I don't know a lot about it, but I know the history of it is definitely very important on both sides. And this is one of those situations where I'm going to default to the leadership and say, you know what? I got to let Biden do his job on this one. I don't know what he's discussing in secret. I don't know, in the war room when they get in there and they have conversations with top military officials and foreign leaders and they're discussing, I'm aware, I don't know what's going on at the nucleus of those conversations. So as much judgment as I have, I think the safest thing for me to do is what my friends and I have been doing, focusing on our domestic issues here and praying for a better situation in the Middle East. That's my opinion.
I agree. And the reason why I asked that, Zeus, is why do you think all the pro-Palestine people are in this country are like they don't like Biden?
What I think, and you can't really say this is facts, but what I'm finding interesting is, number one, I said, why would they attack Israel? And then, Israel obviously would have to kind of know that Israel's would have to know that however they respond, right? I'm assuming Hamas thought about how Israel responded, right? And they probably said, it doesn't matter. This is going to be what we want at the end of the day. So what I've noticed is here in the United States, we are seeing those protests with the Palestinians taking place. Some of them are, in my opinion, they're engaging in criminal conduct, right?
Yeah,
and then you have these videos where folks are agreeing with Osama bin Laden. You seen this?
Yes, sir.
They're agreeing with Osama bin Laden.
No. Yeah,
I mean, this is what's happening.
I know it's sick. It's disgusting. I agree.
I know. So to me, I'm wondering, was this kind of the intention of the attack from the beginning, is to get disruption in the United States? That's kind of what I'm questioning. I don't have any proof, but I find it. I'm understanding that this all is happening after the attack, and so it's just interesting because, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing Osama bin Laden can say that I'm going to get online and say I agree with. That's just how I personally feel, but that's what's happening right now.
I agree with you. Yes, sir.
You know, so
Yes,
I don't think the battle is simply what's happening in the battlefield over there. I think it's also a battle of what's going on in the hearts and souls of the people all around the world. And as we learned with Donald Trump and his supporters, if you get someone's mind, you can do a lot of things, right? And so that's what we're seeing right now. A lot of folks all around the world somehow found themselves aligned with Osama bin Laden, and it's just interesting. I don't know. Fair enough.
Yes, sir. Can I say one? Can I
Yes.
make one more statement?
Yes,
And then
sir. All right.
What? The guy. Who's your arch enemy?
Snuggles.
Snuggles.
Yeah. He's destroyed. He's losing.
If I see him in real life, I'll kick his fucking teeth in.
Oh,
Good
don't
night.
do that.
But that's all I got to say.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Thanks for having me on.
We don't want to push that.
Snuggles, fuck you.
Oh my gosh, AJ, I gotta get you out of here, champ. Oh my God, AJ, don't let him do that to you. That is not okay. And I think he meant in a debate. That's what I meant, all right? I think he meant in a debate. We do not endorse any kind of violence on this platform, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely not. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. We get to bring up our last and final guest. All right. That will be able to bring this show on home.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Trump did incite violence. You do have a point, but it's still unacceptable. All right. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning. Yes. I'm sorry I've missed most of the show. Just anyway, a lot going on.
Yes.
Did y'all see Chris Christie's interview?
Oh, when? I haven't been keeping up with everything.
It was, I think Friday or Saturday.
Oh.
And it was on Fox News. And the host was basically saying, all this stuff about Democrats and all that. And Chris Christie goes off and says, listen, you guys need to understand that Trump is going to get convicted. He goes into it. He goes, Mark Meadows, who started the Freedom Caucus, is a Republican from North Carolina and was his chief of staff, is going to testify against him. He's going to say he told me and others to commit crimes.
Ooh.
This is what's going down, and you guys need to wake up and understand that this man will be convicted by April. And if you keep him as the head of your party, you're going down. Period. End of story. Like I have the interview on this page, guys.
Okay. We gotta go see that. It's a done deal.
And Chris Christie was a prosecuting attorney. He was a DA. He knows what's going on in the court system.
She's not lying. She's not lying.
No, it's the truth. You guys, he took immunity. Which means he knows he would go down if he didn't do this. He's not going down for Trump. And he's going to have very powerful testimony. He was there. He was in the office on January 6th and was up to it. He knows all of it.
So you're saying what Rudy Giuliani's been saying, Shay? All the stuff Rudy Giuliani has been saying ain't true? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Chicago, we're ruining your breakfast, Chicago. Tell him, Shay.
But this is the truth. And listen, who wants to talk about, Chris Christie was the one that really tried to help get Trump reelected in 2020 until he almost killed the dude. And then he separated from him because unalived him. That's the thing. Chris Christie went to a certain point with that guy and then realized he didn't care about him. Came and met with him knowing he had tested positive for COVID.
Wow.
And Chris Christie almost unalived in a hospital.
Wow.
After that, he was done with Trump. He realized he doesn't care about anybody. I'm sitting here pouring my heart and soul out, getting him prepared for these debates, and he doesn't.
He doesn't. No.
Yeah. And
that's why.
That's why he's just said, I'm done with Donald Trump. And at the end of the day, That doesn't mean he's going to vote for Biden, but it does mean he understands what's going on. And I encourage you, Republicans, my husband and I were talking about, it's like, what are you going to do when he's convicted? And most of the polls are saying yes, I know all the polls are like, ooh, but it'll all flip +9 for Biden. And so the the Republicans have got to figure out, is this really what we want to run? And I think that they're going to have some coming to Jesus meetings in their little consortments to figure out what to do.
They don't have, I really think they know Trump is going to lose, and this is just a big grift opportunity. That's what this is.
I agree.
Let's get all of his supporters to send us as much money as they can, because we don't got any other thing to do. That's what's going on.
Absolutely.
No policies, no solutions.
None. They're not. And in fact, I had a very good conversation with a conservative named Joey. And it was a fantastic conversation, and it was in Attacking's Live. He's a young, intelligent man, and he goes, listen, I'm going to vote down ballot Republican, but leave the presidential box empty.
I know of Joey, and you're right. It was a decent conversation. He tends to come with good questions.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but he's on the wrong side of history still.
Well, he is, and I talked to him as an ex-conservative, and I said, get it, and I asked him very poignant questions, and he was like, it's a really good question. I said, eventually you'll get to where I am, because you're going to realize that party is not running on policy any longer. We keep saying, you keep saying, I don't keep saying. You keep saying, I'm running for this and that. Well, they're not.
Yeah.
You're not voting for that. And understand that your party has become so full of, if you don't back Trump, then you're a rhino, right?
Yeah.
Even if you vote down ballot Republican, how are you to say that Republican's not going to have to turn to MAGA in order to stay in power?
Amen.
And so even if you think you're voting for a decent conservative that might try to make policy and make policy differences, they're not allowed to do that anymore. That's where the party's going.
Right.
They're turning completely into this tear down everything and just to stay in power.
Yeah.
So
no lies detected.
How is that helping the American people? How's it helping you with your inflation and your taxes and your lessened of regulations and anything else that you're voting for specifically? Bingo. Less wars, less whatever. That's not even what the focus is.
And I'll go one step further. If folks like Joey really think that the GOP cares about policy, I want him to do this exercise. Send that idea you have to your representative and see where it goes. It doesn't. It's not going anywhere, champ. It's going to go, and they're going to go, what does this have to do with retribution?
Exactly.
Nothing. Get it out of here. You send that to the Democrats, you might have a shot of actually getting something done. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, look, Trump's down there feeding border agents for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Biden's up feeding our military, Thanksgiving, right? So, and you watch all this stuff. It just, oh my God, did you see what Argentina did?
I heard.
Yeah. They elected Donald Trump of Argentina. That's what they call him.
Wow.
The world calls him Donald Trump of Argentina, people.
Tell him, Shay.
The world calls him Donald Trump of Argentina.
They're going to find out the hard way. They're going to find out it's over.
Yeah, he has a do not tread on me flag in English on his podium.
Jesus Christ.
You understand these are tactics to get into power.
Yeah.
You're following a playbook to get into power. He's Argentinian. He speaks Spanish. Why does he have an English flag? English written flag.
Oh, if it works, it works.
Yeah,
if it works, it works. Yeah.
I mean, guys, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Shay is not crying. She is telling you the truth. MAGA, you're the one that's crying. As a matter of fact, MAGA, enjoy this last year of Donald Trump being a free man. Hope your Thanksgiving is great and your Christmas is great. All right? Yeah. Once that ball drops come New Year, they're going to be crying, huh, Shay?
Yeah, I don't hear myself crying, but yes. My father-in-law did pass away.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Oh,
My condolences.
Thank you. He lived a long and honorable life. He was 92, so.
Wow, that's a full, wow.
That's a full, long life. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It was peaceful, thankfully. So,
Okay.
but yes. So anyway, anywho, so yes, vote blue no matter
Tiffany.
who, people, because other than that, they're just going to want to run these playbooks and not fight for you as a person. So
Yeah, fair enough.
you're right. So anyway, all right, man. Love y'all so much. And
All
have a
right.
wonderful day.
All right, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. Oh my, you really do have our support, Shay. If you need anything, please reach out to all of us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm well past my time slot, my morning time slot, and Zeus must get up out of here. Wow. Before I do, though, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Once, I got to thank all of you who tuned in this morning to listen to this special broadcast. All right, you all deserve a round of applause. All right. Thank you to all of my moderators who've done an excellent job keeping this live clean. Even let's thank you to my critics and my detractors. Right? Let's go. They stayed and they loosened. All right, let's give a round of applause to all of those who sent the gifts and the subscribers. Oh, and thank you to each and every single panelist that had the courage to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. You all deserve a round of applause. All right? And to the folks out here who still support Donald Trump, one more round of booze and shame for you. One more round of it. Hey, listen. Plenty more where that came from. There's plenty more where that came from. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am out of here. I will be back tomorrow. Same Zeus time. Same Zeus channel. All right? And until then, take care. Stay safe out here in these murky TikTok streets. All right? And enjoy the music.
Who always the most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the most handsome. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules.
I'm a god, thank you.
I'm flyer than an eagle and got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind.
I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Mix all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the God, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to
Later, everyone.
Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus.
Thunder in the sky, light you up
like Zeus. I make my own
Let's
rules.
go.
Call me Zeus.
Thank you, Ginger. This is Phil.
You say you want it fast.
Well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules,
so don't play me
the
like
most
a
humble.
fool. If you can't swim,
Don't be in the pool, even though I'm hot. People telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof.
Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse.
I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose.
You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus.
Let's go! Vote blue!
This is how I sound
Exactly.
like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Don't be playing with my mood, crypto bag.
You
Cap, good. Thunder in the sky. Here we go.
I just want to buy 11,780 votes. One more than we have.
That's the crime right there on tape. All right, Reggie, let's get the Jack Smith edition going. Let's go. Hey, hey.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. 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 He's deranged. Jack Smith.
Hey!
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Yeah.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Deranged Jack Smith.
All right, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
His wife's a Trump hater.
Take care. Have a great rest of your morning.